Hello and Assalamualaikum everyone. Today my group 2F would like to present comparison between extrusion, injection molding and dry pressing in ceramic forming. So I proceed to introduction.
My name is Nur Hanani and I will be presenting introduction. Ceramics are classified as inorganic and non-metallic materials. It is more resistant to high temperatures and harsh environments than metallic polymers. Ceramics are typically insulative to passage of electricity and heat. It is hard but very brittle and corrosion resistant. Ceramics has low ductility, toughness and density. For ceramic, there are two types of ceramics, traditional ceramics and advanced ceramics. In making ceramics, there are 4 steps: batching and preparing the powders. Second, forming, which involves either slip casting, tape casting, extrusion, injection molding or dry pressing. After we have formed, we will do the drying process and the firing process. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rus Izzati and I'll be presenting on extrusion. So extrusion is a process in which a material is pushed through a die in order to create objects with a fixed cross-sectional profile. And one of the advantages for extrusion is that it is able to produce complex cross-sectional profiles. And extrusion may be continuous or semi-continuous. Moving on to the types of extrusion, there are 2 types of extrusion. One is based on temperature, which are cool and hot. And number 2 is based on method of operation, which are direct, indirect, tube and impact. Lastly, the extrusion defects. So first one is pipe. It's when a flow pattern that drops the surface oxides and impurities to the center of the product. Number 2 is internal cracking. It's when the center of the extrusion develops cracks or voids. And lastly, surface lines, when there are lines visible on the surface of the extruded product.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and very good morning. My name is Syed Zulfahmi and I will be presenting about injection molding. Okay, injection molding is a manufacturing process that can produce a high volume of part by injecting molten into a mold. Okay, for the material part, will be fed into a heated barrel and will be mixed by a helical shaped screw and inject the molten into the mold cavity. Okay, part to be injection molded must be carefully designed to facilitate the molding process to prevent deficiency. Okay, the material used of the part, design shape, features of the part, the material mold, the property of molding machine must be considered injection molding process to produce a best model part. Okay, this is the block diagram of ceramic injection molding CIM. Okay, for the first phase, the pellet of the material part will be poured into powder mixing and will be put into the compounding phase to heat the pellet. Then we will go to the feedstock before in the finishing process at the injection molding. Then we will go into the sintering process. After that, the binding will be removed to get the mold part. Okay, for the advantage, cost-effective technique for complex design. Okay, ability to produce net or near shape part. This means the product will get the best shape with small tolerance. Okay, low cost but high volume manufacturing process. This manufacturing process can produce very high volume of part but with low cost. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shafiqa and for my part I will explain about dry pressing. Dry pressing is the most economic process for large production runs and is suitable for both simple and complex geometries. Dry pressing is characterized by very slight residual moisture, hence any further drying is not needed. So there are 7 methods of shape forming ceramic powders, and the first one is die pressing. Die pressing is the powder compaction method involving uniaxial pressure applied to the powder placed in a die between 2 rigid punches. The pressures are usually mechanical or hydraulic, and the pressing cycle repeats 600 times per minute. So the second one is isostatic pressing. There are 2 types of isostatic pressing. The first one is cool isostatic pressing, and the second one is hot isostatic pressing. So isostatic pressing is the powder compaction method involving applying pressure from multiple directions through a liquid or gaseous medium surrounding the compacted part. So next one is slip casting, the filling of mold, a negative of the desired shape with a slip consisting of a suspension of micrometer size ceramic particles in liquid. Tape casting, a casting process used in manufacture of ceramic tapes from ceramic slurry. For the last, gel casting is a process of shape forming slurry prepared from ceramic powder mixed with a solution of organic monomer.
Hello everyone, I'm Soo. I'm going to present the discussion part for this project. The first thing is extrusion. One of the big reasons we choose extrusion over others is it can work with objects which are brittle. One example is glass, which clearly under the groups of ceramic. The other advantage is it can create a good surface finish. The product will remain clean and did not change shape throughout the process. On the other hand, extrusion also has some disadvantages. A very obvious example is it can only create output with constant cross-sectional area. Take a quick example. A glass bottle needs to be narrow at one end to accommodate the cap. If we use the extrusion process, this cannot be formed due to the glass bottle is inconsistent throughout the shape. Although we can achieve this process using a more advanced extrusion ceramic machine, but it will usually cost more high and it will make the company lower productive. The next thing is injection molding. One of the big reasons we choose injection molding is it is suitable for mass production. The quantity to produce the product can be very high and is accommodate using injection molding. Due to the machine itself can work itself without any other person help, the labor cost will always be low. The productivity also can increase due to the labor cost, and it saves the company's money and time during the production. The only downside for injection molding is its high pre-operation cost. Just the machine itself can cost a lot and it will make the company more hard to produce the product. The designs also needs to be created before the process begun. This could put the production behind schedule and usually cost more money to make the production. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nur Izzati. So I proceed with discussion of dry pressing. The advantage of dry pressing is the first one, chosen when the production cost is the main consideration for the company. Second one is suitable for both simple and complex geometry. The third one is any further drying operation is not needed. The disadvantage of dry pressing is not uniformly in density over each other. So I proceed with conclusion for our presentation today. The conclusion is ceramic is a material that can withstand high temperature, good thermal insulator, and do not expand greatly when heated. A number of processes are in common used for the fabrication of ceramic products. The best method of ceramic manufacturing process will lead to low cost and high quality of product. This is because each forming process has its strong and weak of their areas. The choice of work forming method to use depend on several factors, which is design, size and shape, and the part to be manufactured. Other important factors are the desired properties, number to be manufactured, and the economic consideration. All of these factors will affect the final product. Therefore, the engineer or designer working with ceramic product should be aware of the importance of the influence that ceramic fabrication process have success or failure of the product. So that's all presentation for my group. Thank you.